But you brought us a story that's not so sweet. Let's put this up. So you can't believe it, but you posted this. Toddlers receive, quote unquote, toddlers, gender transition treatment at Duke, UNC, and ECU. Obviously, most people would understand that's the University of North Carolina. I'm assuming Eastern Carolina as well. What's going on in the Tar Heel State?
Yeah, so when you read these out, we understand across America as some of the most venerable institutions that train primary care physicians, internal medicine docs, and yes, now they are being trained to do gender-affirming care. Look, progressives tell us all the time that this stuff is not happening to little ones. They say it's a preposterous notion and that teens are getting gender-affirming care, but that's not true. So Duke University starts seeing transgender toddlers at the age of 2 years old. Just down the road at UNC, 3 years of age. By the way, they're on the run. They've taken all of their documents down since we've done our reporting. And ECU, get this, ECU among the worst offenders, you guys. They are hatching a plan and carrying it out to saturate rural communities with essentially pill mills. Family doctors are in these rural communities that are trained to push this stuff on children, and it gets worse. They are already ECU. They're already in schools via telepsychiatry, and the age of consent in North Carolina is 0 for mental health. And they're also training, and they're training, I know it keeps getting worse, they're training teachers. In essence, salespeople to push this.
This is nuts.
I mean, it sounds to me like two things: gender, population control. It's causing that. That's the after effect of this, which is very, very convenient. And big pharma profits. I mean, how much is this about money?
Well, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because we have a bill here called the Youth Protection Act. So in North Carolina, we're into what's called crossover dates. And it means, when a bill has to be voted on in the House and the Senate to be, taken up with the whole body of the General Assembly. So it's House Bill 808, if you're a nerd about this stuff, but Youth Protection Act. Get this, the draft, beautiful. It had everything that we wanted. No hormones on minors, parental consent, a clause where parents could sue, and whistleblower protections for doctors who see this shenanigans and this malpractice really in their clinics and can feel free to come out and report it. Would you know that the House Health Committee yesterday stripped everything out of it? There's nothing left. Now you ask yourself, gosh, on that particular committee, there are around 25 Republicans and around 10 Democrats. Why did that happen? Well, follow the money. I mean, we are the state of education and medication. You've got big time alum, probably, in on this, bending the ear of Speaker Tim Moore. We're watching you. Thank you very much. You've got the Hospital Association, and you've got Big Pharma. This is the home of Big Pharma here in RTP.
Unbelievable so they're pushing because they want these drugs, as you're suggesting, and I'm glad you're calling out Republicans. So people should go out and follow Education First Alliance.